Hi, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Caroline. It's good to have you here. So welcome to this short morning practice. It's a seated practice, so you shouldn't need any props at all, just yourself and a mat, which you don't even need. So we're just going to get started straight away. We're just going to take the legs out in front, bring the knees bent, just take them a little bit wider than hip width apart, bring the hands down behind you. It doesn't really matter which direction the fingertips are pointing. We're just going to sway the legs over to one side and then the other. So we're just checking in with our hips, seeing if there's any tightness. Don't worry if your legs don't sort of come all the way to the ground. I think we very often expect our body to do things first thing in the morning that it would normally do later on in the day when we've been warmed up and moved around a lot more. Just be kind and be gentle with your body. Allow it to open up in its own time. Lovely. And bringing the knees back up to center. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see better what I'm doing. So we're just going to take a seated cat-cow. So bring the hands behind the back of the legs, just behind the knees is fine. And as you inhale, we're going to lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe looking up if that's okay for your neck. And then as you exhale, you're going to round back, chin to chest. Now, as you round back, don't worry if those feet pop up off the ground. We don't all have sort of dancer feet with loads of flexibility. Inhale, lift, and exhale, round. So just moving here at your own speed. As you come up, lift the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades behind you. As you exhale, feel the shoulder blades separate. Lovely. We'll just do one more in each direction. Coming back to center. So we're going to take the arms up overhead. As you inhale, really lengthen up through the fingertips. So we find this really nice long spine right from the base to the top of our head. And then as you exhale, we're just going to hinge forwards and fold. So just feeling this stretch all up the back of the body. And you can allow the head to drop so you feel it all the way from the base of the spine into the neck. And slowly sliding back up. So now I want you to bring your hands behind you. Make sure the fingertips are facing towards your body. You might need to shuffle the feet in a little bit closer. You're going to press into the palms and lift the chest. So the more you press into the palms, the more intense this is. It's a really nice chest opening pose. You might feel it into the shoulders as well, even the biceps. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you're going to press into the feet and lift the hips and finding reverse tabletop. Again, just allowing the head to be wherever feels most comfortable. You don't need to look up, you could look forwards. It doesn't really matter. If you had your hips lifted, we'll start to slowly lower them back down. And then we'll all float the feet and the arms for a little boat pose. Just a couple of breaths here, checking in with the core. You can always hold on to the backs of the thighs if that feels better for you. And setting the feet back down. You might want to just allow the knees to drop open for a moment if you're quite tight in these hip flexors. Lovely. And then we'll bring the knees back up. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, we're going to open up and twist. So the left fingertips reach behind, the right fingertips go forwards. And then I want you to bring that left hand to the ground, reaching that right arm up and back. And then, if it feels okay for you, you're going to pick the hips up again. A little bit like a baby wild thing. You should feel a nice stretch along the right side of the body. And lower the hips if you had them lifted, and we'll move to the other side. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. As you exhale, Right fingertips go back, left forward, twist towards the right. And bringing that right hand to the ground, left arm reaches up and back. So maybe you stay here, just working on opening the chest a little, or you can press into the feet and lift up. Lovely. And start to lower the hips back down. I'm just going to turn around this way now. So we're going to bring our legs into a 90-90 position. So you want your left knee and left shin forwards. So you want to roughly a 90-degree angle here, and then take that right leg back, same thing. So it's at a 90 degree, the knee is in line with the hip and the ankle is in line with the knee. Same front and back. And don't worry if you feel like you're sort of leaning to one side. So from here, we're just going to lift up nice and tall and then bring the hands behind you on the left side and start to lean back. And what I want you to do is really focus on this right hip. So really sort of pressing it down, rolling it forwards. Bit of a weird sensation, but it's really good for our mobility. Just a couple of breaths here. And then sitting up again. And then we're going to turn as much as we can towards this front knee. Fingertips go on the ground. So really focus on lengthening it nice and tall. Nice long spine. And keep that length in your spine as you start to walk the hands forwards. Until you feel, and it shouldn't be very far, a stretch into the glutes and outer hips. If we don't find that length in the spine first, what can happen is we can just come forwards, not really feel anything at all. So it's really important to find that length and keep it. It's one of those poses where less is actually more. Just feel that lovely stretch into that outer hip and glute area. I love this one. And then walking the hands back up, turning the body to center. So we're going to take a side bend from here. And again, if you find like you're sort of collapsing to one side, don't worry about that. I just want you to place your right hand on your right knee and keep hold of that. Left hand goes up overhead, and that might be where you stay. You might already feel quite an intense side stretch. If not, start to lean it on over towards the right. And you don't necessarily need to go very far before you feel that stretch. It is a lovely stretch. And slowly coming back up, place the left hand down. Right hand comes over to that left knee now. And we're just going to move into a little twist. But before we start to twist, just check in with this right hip. You don't want to allow it to come forwards and take your twist from there. Really try and keep it rooted down as it is right now. And it might be a smaller twist, but you're still going to really, really feel that. Doesn't look like much, but I can definitely feel my torso twist in there. Lovely. And then coming back to center, we're just going to change our legs around. If you can do this without using your hands, great. If not, put the hands on the ground. A little bit of an extra challenge in there for you. And again, just bring the right shin to the front of the mat, making that 90-degree angle there, and same with the back leg. So the knee is in line with the hip, ankle in line with the knee. And I definitely feel the difference on this side. I need to be sort of propping myself up. You can always actually put like a little blanket or something under your hip if it's just too uncomfortable. But we're not really going to be here too long, and we're not trying to sit up tall, so it doesn't really matter that much. So you can just keep your fingertips on the ground to help prop you up for a moment. Inhale. And then bringing those hands behind you on the right side, leaning it back. And again, we're working to roll this left hip forwards and down. Very strange sensation. Might be a totally new one for you. Just one more breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Lovely. Starting to walk your way back up and then rotating the body as much as you can do towards this front knee. Fingertips onto the ground, really press into the fingertips as you lengthen up through the spine. And then start to walk the hands forwards until you feel that stretch into the outer hip and glutes. Wasn't very far till I felt that, but it feels really good. So if you can't feel anything, just come back up to a neutral position and start again. Just really find that length in the spine and keep that length as you start to walk the hands forwards. Lovely. And then we're coming up to centre again for that side bend. So you can bring the left hand onto the left knee, right arm reaches up, and that might be where you stay, that might be your limit, which is mine. And then if you can go a little bit further, you're going to bend toward that left side. I can really feel that, and it looks like I'm doing absolutely nothing. But it's a lovely stretch all the same. That's great. Bringing that right hand back down, you're going to bring the left hand over towards that right knee now. Same as before. Don't allow this hip to sort of lift and roll forward to get your twist. Try and keep it rooted down exactly how it is now, and then twist. So the twist is coming from the waist upwards. Nothing changes in the lower body. And again, it doesn't really look like I'm doing much, but I can really feel that twist through my torso. And coming back to center. You can keep that right foot where it is for now. And we're just going to bring the left foot forward to join it. So we're taking a little butterfly. So just holding on around the ankles. And we'll just have a little gentle flap of our butterfly wings. Just release a little bit of tension. And then we're going to take a fold in our butterfly. So you might want to keep the feet exactly as they are. You might find that you want to walk them forwards a little bit just to give yourself more space. But sitting up nice and tall, find that length. And then start to hinge forwards. Try and maintain that length. And then you can use your elbows just to gently press the knees further towards the ground if it feels okay for your knees. Just taking a few deep breaths. So keeping the spine nice and long. We're not rounding forwards and folding. We're just hinging at the hips to come forwards. And if it's okay, I'm going to use the elbows just to gently open up a little bit more. Lovely. And lifting up back tall. I'm going to bring the knees to point up again. Feet exactly as we did at the start of this class, so a little bit wider than hip width, hands behind, and again just swaying the hips side to side. Just noticing if anything feels different, if your mobility has improved a little bit, if the movement feels more fluid or free. If there's no change whatsoever, don't worry. Lovely. And then we're going to come to take a comfortable seat. So however that looks for you, I'm just going to cross my legs and rest the hands down onto the knees or onto the body somewhere, just so that you can relax the shoulders down. And we're just going to close the eyes for a few moments. Just bringing your attention inwards. And you can just follow the ebb and flow of the breath in and out through the body. Just having 1 minute of stillness before we move on with the rest of our day. Sometimes it's really nice to kind of set an intention for your day. And it could be as simple as a one-word intention. It can be something that you want to achieve, something that you want to be. So when I say be, so like I want to be calm today, I want to be focused, I want to be more outgoing. It can be absolutely anything. If you've got a massive to-do list, then maybe your word is productive. So just bring to mind one word that will serve you for the rest of this day. And try and recall it to your mind at least a few more times today. Just keep you on track. When you've decided on your word, I want you to decide on one course of action you can take that would bring you a tiny bit closer to that goal or that word that you've chosen. So for example, if it was to be productive, you might have a massive to-do list. But your one little step might be just crossing one item off that list. It doesn't have to be everything. We don't have to be everything to all people at all times. We don't have to put this pressure on ourselves to do everything. So when you've decided on what it is, your little step that you're going to take today, you can slowly blink the eyes open and move on with the rest of your day. Thank you so much for taking the time for yourself to practice with me today. If you want to let me know what your one word intention was, you can let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear those. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.